Yeah, man, it's the 19th of June, 2022. I want to talk about home networks and the way that gang stalkers use our stuff. So that's what I'll cover in this video pretty much. Um, do you remember back in the day, right? Maybe you remember this when internet was dial up, right? And you had the AOL disc used to come in the mail and be like, right? So if somebody picked up the phone, it would kick you off the internet. And that's how it was back in 1997 or something. If somebody picked up the phone while you was on the internet, it kicked you off the internet. Okay, so um, alarm systems are integrated into the home network. All right, and they are integrated into the phone line, and they will call the police for you. An alarm system will call the police. It will call your alarm company for you. And there's this code that comes up, this error code. It's called FC. And what it means is failure to communicate. And what I've noticed is that these gang stalkers, they like to take over a device, a physical device for the service. They like to take over a service. Okay, so like yesterday, I posted a video about how they had stolen my biometric credential. All right, so I go to turn my phone on to, turn the screen on, and it's shaking me off like my thumb's wrong, right? And I can't do a screen recording of that because it's turning the phone on and off. So, um, it's one of those things where they steal the biometric credentials so they can steal your service, so they can operate a virtual machine in the background hosted on your device while they're connected on mind control, doing their broadcast, living as broadcast, doing a broadcast on mind control, where they're connected to you, the targeted person, and they're connected to a broadcast, literally like a hologram, like a ghost. And they can be that. They can literally be that. All right, so when they do that, they need hardware. They need some hardware. That's you, the targeted person, and all your devices and your networks, so they can run their EMF broadcast live streams. And they'll do it over Facebook and Twitter, and on the developer side of all of these things, social media sites, and just about any application you have, they can use to run their live streams. And it's a major security breach is what it is, but nobody's talking about it. But I'm talking about it. This FC, this failure to communicate, same thing, okay? They steal the service. They need to be able to run and control the internet service and the phone line at that point in time, okay? So it really becomes a safety risk when it's like a safety violation, really, when they take over your internet network. All right, so, and it makes my alarm say FC, failure to communicate. It starts beeping, beep, and if I try to, if I turn it off, it'll say not ready to arm. And it says not ready to arm. It'll still arm, okay, but it won't call the police. It won't call the police, and it won't call the alarm company, and it's a safety risk. It's a safety violation, okay, because they're stealing my network, and it's like old dial-up, when they are using it, it boots my alarm system offline. When they do it in the way that they're doing it, it boots my alarm system offline. And I can even fight with them. I can restart the alarm system and armed, unarmed, armed, or whatever, and the FC will go away, and it boots them back off. And it's like old dial-up internet, where you got one thing competing with another thing, and gang stalkers doing EMF broadcast live streams of remote neural monitoring is not an acceptable reason for my alarm system to not work and for the police to not be called. Okay, and there's there's actually been, some situations. All right, so um, the alarm system needs to call the police. And if a gang stalker decides they want to do an EMF broadcast live stream of remote neural monitoring on your network and cause your alarm to go into FC, that's the fault code, and it's failure to communicate, meaning it's armed. Okay, if I break some glass, or if I break down a door, or motion sensor, any of that, it's gonna set the alarm off, but it's not gonna call the police. It's not gonna call the alarm company, and that's what these gang stalkers are doing to my system. Okay, and it's saying FC all the time, and I've been talking about it in the past, but they continue to do it, and now there's been an incident, and it's a problem. So I got to dig into it, I guess. But I want everybody else to know that it's like that. These gang stalkers are they're on your networks. If you got your phone, they're on it. They're on it. They're hosting a virtual machine on it. They're on mind control as a broadcast, doing what they call a live stream of EMF broadcast. See, EMF broadcast doesn't need a camera. Okay, EMF broadcast is just data. Okay, they can see you from nothing. They can have a camera from, like, a camera view just from waves, off a reflective surface, off anything. They can be somewhere else other than where they are in a physical human form. They can be standing next to me as a hologram broadcast. This is how they attack us. They get on mind control, connected to living as these broadcasts, and they physically penetrate our body. And that's how they attack us. These gang stalkers that have neural monitoring, that are using it in this way, it's a big problem. And not just for me and people that are targeted by it. And by the way, if you don't have it, it's very likely that you're targeted, whether you know it or not, in some sort of way, with some type of mind control, with some type of artificial telepathy, with something. Unless somebody's got your profile based on your neurological broadcast frequency, and they've got your frequency locked down. That profile's locked down if somebody's protecting you, and that can happen. Every man, woman, and child has a unique EMF broadcast frequency, a neurological frequency. We have a frequency. Okay, that's what this satellite broadcast system reads. It picks up everything. If you can't think anything without the system being able to completely read that. Okay, so as far as like reading minds or keeping secrets, or no, all that's over with. It's complete. All right, the technology is complete. So what they do, they have neural monitoring. They go on their neurological broadcast frequency profile. It's like an online interface where they can access stuff online. Okay, and then they got the view of you. They're on your channel. They could make all these connections and do whatever they want. If you had yours, you could just block them. They couldn't just come on talking to you with artificial telepathy or attacking your body or any of that. You could just block them off of your frequency, and then their frequency can't come with your frequency. So that's what they do with their own. People that have their neural monitoring, they're able to protect themselves. And so when you got people using it like this, so neural monitoring exists. And if you don't have it, then somebody does, because it exists. So you want to have it. And then these idiots are torturing people with broadcasts every day and making it a big mess, where it's going to be a situation where the government wants to take control and have monopoly on neurological broadcasts. And that's a real big problem. That's a real big problem. And I don't know if we're going to have revolution or Armageddon, the mind control revolution, but they're definitely all over your devices. Start there. Start learning computer programming, network security, cyber security, all the different security and privacy protocols for network stuff, All of it. You need to learn all of that stuff is very, very important. And get on Google developer, get on Facebook developer, get on the developer side of everything. Start going through and doing the little uh, code labs on Google and earning those little badges. And if you can go to school for cybersecurity or computer programming. Learn about your devices, all your networks, and start to become a Jedi master at those things, because that's the only way you're going to get. They're not going to give you your neural monitoring. These people that have it, they don't want everybody to have it because they have a power over everybody. They have, whoever doesn't have it is like a slave. They can just come on my channel anytime they want to and do whatever they want to. Now somebody has control of my profile because I got the same idiots, the same group, you know, and I know who has mine. But I got the same group all day, every day, 24/7 for 9 years. All right, 9 years. And it's my bad for playing along with them at all. This is real bad, and it's not something that they should be doing to people. And I should have got on my, I should have got very serious about this a long time ago. But it's hard, and I guess I'll say that to pat myself on the back that nobody else has really done what I'm doing. So you know, and if they did, I don't know, maybe they got neural monitoring and then they probably shut up and went away. People that have it don't talk about it. It's like the unwritten rule. People that have it would say, I don't know what you're talking about. They'll say, I don't know what you're talking about. But they do, they know, okay? There's not 100,000 people crazy all of a sudden. Everybody just became schizophrenic. It's not like that. And all of our stuff is hacked and everything. And no, there's a way to see that all of these things are happening. And we have to become smarter, man. The local police department is like, yeah, okay, you do 30 police reports about all this hacking and this racketeering, gang stalking, criminal organization. It's basically like a terrorist group, you know, and then they're hacking into your everything. So you start trying to find laws that they're breaking that you can prove, and the hacking is a good pathway, you know, because they're into all of your stuff. So you start filing stuff about that, and then you find out the police don't have the means. They're same as us. They don't know. They don't have a cyber expert, okay, at my local police department, and they should, because they have laws. The Computer System Protection Act of Georgia is a bill with a bunch of different laws in it, and that's in my state. And if you can have these laws, and you are obligated to protect people's property and freedoms and everything else, and so, but you're not, and it's like negligence. And you know, if 100,000 people filed $10 million lawsuits tomorrow, Monday morning, for negligence against all the police that aren't doing anything about these people hacking into all of our stuff and using all of our networks and our accounts and everything else, not to steal from us, but yes, to steal from us our intellectual property, our mind content, and do live streams of our life like we're the Truman Show, and be on our channel and know everything we're thinking and completely violate us. You know, and they'll use neural monitoring to see exactly where you're at if they want to shoot you to death. They'll use neural monitoring and have people try to run you off the road. We've all experienced these things. And they use neural monitoring like that. They use it to the street theater. Whoever has yours, they put it on public. They put it on public and let everybody have access to it. So now you go out in public, and anybody who has neural monitoring, which is not that many people, but if you go somewhere and there's 100 people, somebody probably does have it. You know, and that person could be like, oh, I can see that such and such, there's a targeted person in my area, right? And it just comes up like that because you don't have your neural monitoring. Okay, and if somebody puts you on public, that can cause the street theater to start happening. And they love to mess with us. There's like a million coincidences in a row. So that's what's going on. But the failure to communicate alarm thing, it's just not something that I'm gonna be able to let them continue doing. Even if, I mean, I don't know, bro. I mean, it could be a dangerous situation. Thank you guys for watching.